Hello my students, how are you? Today we are going to talk about lesson 1, the set of integers. Question number 1, complete the following using one of the following words, positive or negative or zero. Letter A, moving forward is represented by space numbers. Moving forward, positive, by positive numbers. While moving backward is represented by negative numbers. Letter B, moving from 0 point to the right side is represented by positive numbers, while moving to the left side is represented by negative numbers. Letter C, descending below the sea level is represented by negative numbers. Moving height above the sea level is represented by positive numbers. The sea level itself represented by the number 0. Question number 2. Write an integer to represent each suitable situation of the following. Question number 2. Write an integer to represent each situation of the following. A profit of 2,500 lira. It was positive. Write an integer represent each situation. Profit of 2,500 lira, positive 2,500 because it's profit. A bank withdrawal of 1,000 lira, negative 1,000. Someone is diving at the depth of 20 meters. Someone is diving at depth of 20 meters. Negative 20 because diving at the depth of 20 meters it's negative 20. Letter D, the temperature is 10 degrees C above 0, above positive 10 because it's above 0. Moving 30 meters forward, moving 30 meters forward it will be 30. A bank deposit of 5,000 lira, positive. Moving 65 meters backward negative 56. 160 meters above the sea level, 160 positive. The temperature is 7 degrees C below zero. It will be negative. Below negative. Okay, so this word refers to negative C 7 degrees Celsius. A loss of 150 lira, negative 150. Okay, so above 0 it will be positive, below 0 negative, above 0 positive, below will be negative. A loss of 150 negative. Moving forward positive 30 meters, positive 30. A bank deposit of 5,000 lira, it will be positive, such that profit. Question number 3. Represent each of the following numbers on the number line. Negative 1, 0, 3, 4, 5. We can represent it the order in ascending order. Negative 1 is the first, 0, 3, 4, 5. And letter B, negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. We can write negative 3 and negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on in the straight line. It's okay. Question number 4. Mark true or false and give the region. Letter A. 0 is n small positive number. It's false, because 0 is non-negative or positive. 0 is non-negative or positive. Z equal Z positive union Z negative. So false, because Z equal Z positive union Z negative and set of 0. It's okay. Letter C. Z positive is the set of count numbers. True, because Z positive equals set of 1 and 2 and 3 and so on. Letter D. Z equal natural number union Z. It's true, because Z union n will be Z, because n subset of set of integer number Z. Z positive union Z negative equals 0. It's false, because Z positive union Z negative equal 5, the null set. Question number 5. Write each of the following using Lething method. Letter A. Set of integers greater than negative 2. Negative 2, we can find set greater than negative 2. Negative 1, it's greater than negative 2, and 0, 1, 2, and so on. Letter B. Set of integers less than negative 5. P equal set of negative 6, because you want to find the integers less than negative 5, negative 6, negative 7, negative 8, and so on. Okay. Letter C. Set of integers between negative 4 and 3. We can write the name of this integer C equals set of negative 3. We can count from negative 4 to 3. Negative 3, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, 2. Set of negative integers where the absolute value of each is greater than 4. You want to find the negative integer where the absolute value of each is greater than 4. We can write negative 5, because the absolute value of negative 5 equals 5, and 5 more than 4. Negative 5, negative 6, negative 7, negative 8, and so on. Okay, so you want to find set of integers negative, the set of negative integers where the absolute value of each is greater than 4. We can write negative 5, negative 6, 7, because the absolute value of each one of them more than 4. Question. Letter E. Set of negative integers. Negative integers, we can write z negative, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, and so on to negative infinity. Set of odd integers. Odd integers. We can write about odd integers. Odd such that 1, 3, 5. Okay, set of odd integers. We can write about negative and positive such that negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, and so on. we can write 1, 3, 5, 7, and so on. And we can write here -1, -2, -3, and so on. So we have a lot of odd integers. We have infinity set. Okay, and set of negative even integers. You want to find negative even integers. We can write the name of this set J. You want to find negative even integers. -2, -4, -6, and so on. Set of integers between -3 and 13. Set of integers between -3 and 13, we can count from -3 to 13. -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Question number 6. Find the value of x to get a true statement. Letter A, -5 belonging to set of -1, 0, -3x. So x will be -5. And question letter B, -9 belonging to set of -1, -5x, and -13. So x will be -5, -9. It's okay. Letter C, x belonging to the intersection between two set 5, -3, and 5 and 3. We have 5 lies on the first set and second set, and the intersection between two sets equal 5. So x will be 5 here. Letter D, x belonging to intersection between two set 2 and 5 and -3, and another set -5, -2, and -3. We can write -3 because it's the common element between two sets. So x will be -3. Letter E, set of x intersection set of 5 and 8 equal 8. So x will be 8 because 8 is the common element between two sets. Question F. Letter F, set of 2 and x union -4, 0, 4 equal 0, -2, 2, -4, and 4. We can find the common element between them 2 here, 0, 4, -4, and the loss will be -2. So x will be -2. So the unknown number will be -2. Question letter G, -9 belonging to x and -3. Subtract set of -3, 7, and 9. -9 belonging to here. So x will be -9 because the difference between them will be set of -9 because -9 belonging to the difference between two sets. Question number 7. Put the suitable sign belonging to or not belonging to subset or not subset. -9 belonging to the integer number. -49 over 7 equal -7. -7 not belonging to natural number because natural number start from 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on to infinity. Letter C, z negative subset from integer number. -35 over 25, we can't find the integers because 35 over 25 will be -7 over 5 by simplest divided by 5 numerator and denominator. So -7 over 5 not belonging to integers. because the integers, the numerator about this number will be 1, such as at 7 and 9, 8, and so on. Positive integers. Positive integers, subset or not subset natural number? It's subset, because natural number beginning by 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on to infinity, and z positive. Positive z, it refers to count number, start from 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So the positive subset of the set of natural number. 0 belonging to, because it's element about natural number. The absolute value of negative 8 equal 8, so the result will be 8 belonging to natural number. 0 not belonging to z negative or negative integers, not belonging to, because 0 is non-negative and non-positive number. 5 subset for any set. Question 8, choose the correct answer. Z subtract n. Z subtract n, the result will be z negative. Okay, because z negative union natural number, the result will be z. Z positive union set of 0 equal what? Equal natural number, because set of 0 subset from natural number and z positive subset of natural number, so we can choose the result here. Don't forget to choose the result. Absolute value of 2 over 3 plus absolute value of negative 1 over 3, the result will be 2 over 3 plus 1 over 3, the result will be 3 over 3 equal 1. So the result will be 1 belong to z, 1 belonging to integer numbers, because 1 is the element. If x subset set of 2 and negative 3 intersection set of 5 and negative 3, then x equal space. We can find the result by the common element in between the first set and second set. We have negative 3, it's repeating here, we can find it here, so x will be negative 3. 10 over 2 equal 5, so 5 belonging to z. Z refers to integer number. It's okay. So letter D, we can choose set of negative 3, because we have subset. So we can write set of negative 3, but if we have belonging to, we can write negative 3 only. It's okay. Letter E, 10 over 2 equal 5, 5 belonging to z, belonging to. Set of negative 3 plus set of negative 2 equal 5, because absolute value of negative 3 equal 3 plus absolute value of negative 2 equal 2, 3 plus 2 equal 5. If the absolute value of negative 7 equal x, then x will be 7, because the absolute value of negative 7 equals 7. Z positive intersection z negative equal null set phi. Okay, null set. 13 over 5 not belonging to z, because 13 can be divided by 5. Okay, it will be 13 divided by 5 equal 2. We have 2 and the remainder 3. So 13 over 5 not belonging to. 6 subtract 6 equals 0. 6 subtract 6 equals 0. 0 divided 8 equals 0. 0 belonging to z. Don't forget to choose the sign. Okay, absolute value of negative 9 plus 3 will be 9 plus 3 equal 12. So 12 belonging to z, integer number. Negative 7 and subtract absolute value of negative 9 will be negative 9. Which more, negative 7 or negative 9? We know negative 7 more than negative 9, so we can choose this sign. Okay, question number 9. Complete each of the following. Absolute value of negative 7 equals 7. Z positive intersection Z negative equal phi. Z positive union natural number equal natural number, because Z positive or positive Z subset from natural number, and Z intersection N will be N, because set of natural number subset from integer. N subtract Z positive. Z positive, we can cancel it from natural number. The result will be 0, set of 0, because Z positive or positive Z beginning from 1 and 2, 3 and so on. Z positive refers to count number. Z positive subtract Z negative, it will be Z positive, because we haven't any number, positive number and integer number, or positive and negative in the same time. Okay, the greatest negative integer is space. The greatest negative integer is -1. The greatest negative integer is -1. Okay, Z positive union 5, it will be Z positive, because set of 5 subset Z positive or positive Z. Z equals Z positive union the set of 0 and Z negative. Natural number union Z negative equal what? Equal Z, equal integer number, because natural number beginning from 0 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Z negative, -1, -2, -3 to negative infinity. If we add these numbers to each other in the set, we can write the integer number. Z subtract 0, it Z star Z. Okay, Z star verse 2, we can write another answer, Z positive union Z negative. Okay, it will be Z star. Z star. Z star refers to Z positive union Z negative, so the result will be Z star. It's your answer, Z positive, Z star. Okay, it's Z star. Z subtract Z negative equal natural number. The smallest positive integer is 1. Okay, the smallest positive integer is 1. Question number 10. Find the result of each of the following. Absolute value of -3 plus absolute value of 5 equal 3 plus 5 equal 8. Absolute value of -45 divided absolute value of -9. The result will be 45 divided by 9 equal 5. Absolute value 3. Absolute value -2. You can find the result by multiply. The result 3 multiply 2 equal 6. Absolute value of -12 will be 12 plus 13 equal 25. 7 multiply absolute value of -12. -12 will be 12. 12 times 7 equal 48. 84. It's okay. Absolute value of -7 minus absolute value 7 would be 0, because the result will be here 7 and 7. 7 minus 7 equals 0. Question number 11. On the number line, color each of the number of the following and its inverse with the same color. We can write the inverse of 6 will be -6. -4, the inverse of this number will be 4. The inverse of -9 equal 9. Write the inverse of each of the following number: 113 and -9 and 0 and 78. We can write -113 يبقى -113 and -9, the inverse of this number will be 9. 0, the inverse of this number will be 0. 7, the inverse of the 7 will be -7. And 8, we can write negative 8. It's okay. Question 13. Determine the value of the integer b in each of the following case. Okay. Question A. Letter A. Absolute value of b equals 7, so b will be positive or negative 7. 7 or negative 7. We have to answer about question A, letter A, okay? Question letter B, absolute value of b equals 16, so b equal positive or negative 16. 16 or negative 16. Absolute value of negative 9 equal b, so b will be 9. 9 only, okay? Question 14. Find the value of a in each of the following case. Absolute value of a equal 3, so a will be positive or negative 3. Okay, positive or negative 3. The absolute value of a equal absolute value of 18. So a will be positive or negative 18. We have to answer about this example and this example. Absolute value of negative 9 equal a, so a will be 9. A will be 9 only, okay? A equal absolute value of negative 9 minus 9. Absolute value of negative 9 equal 9. 9 minus 9 equal 0. Absolute value of negative 5 equal 5. 5 plus 5 equal 10. 12 divided absolute value of 3. 12 divided by 3 equal 4. So a will be 4. Question 15. Write the opposite or inverse of each integer. Negative 4. The inverse of this number will be 4. 16. The inverse will be negative 16. Negative 100. 100. Absolute value of 5 equal 5. So the inverse will be negative 5. The inverse about question D will be negative 5. This answer, okay? 0. The inverse number of 0 equals 0. Negative 99. The inverse of this number equal 99. Absolute value of 6 equals 6. Negative absolute value of negative 3. The absolute value of negative 3 equals 3. So we can write negative out here and write 3. So the result will be negative 3 and the inverse of this number will be 3. The inverse equal 3. The inverse equal 3. Question 16. If absolute value of negative 5 not belonging to x and negative 5 and 3, find the value of x. We know the absolute value of negative 5 equal 5. So 5 not belonging to set of x and negative 5 and 3. Find the value of x. He want to find the value of x, so x will be any number without 5, such that z subtract 5. So x will be any number belonging to z subtract the set of 5, such that x will be 0 or 1 or 3. So we can write x belonging to z subtract z of 5, because we can cancel this digit from z number. It's okay. So you must pay attention about this example, because you want to find the value of x. X element belonging to integer numbers without set of 5.